All right. Hello, everybody. Nothing seems to want to work today. We're back though. It's Monday. We're gonna make it happen. It's 1 o'clock, or I'm sorry, 1:10 now Central Time. It's February 23rd, 2026. It's Monday once again. This is the Indoor Farmer, and I'm your host, Waylon, the Indoor Farmer. We're gonna play a little intro to get this party started. Give me some time to share it out to some friends. We'll be right back here. This one is about 4 minutes, I believe. 4 minutes of some farmer metal. So let's go. Let's dig into it. We'll be right back, guys. Let's grow.
In a world of concrete walls and city lights so bright, Waylon's got a secret garden blooming through the night. No fields of green, just pots and lights inside his home, turning seeds to supper, never feeling all alone. He's the average Joe who said, I'll grow my own damn way. Food and medicine from scratch, come what may. Hey, Waylon, the indoor farmer, rocking the live show scene. Weekly vibes, plants on display, chasing that self-sustained dream. Ups and downs, the grind is real, but he's making it fun. Bringing us together 'cause we all gotta eat under the sun. Waylon, the indoor farmer, lighting up the screen. He shows off his leafy greens, the project's taking flight. Experiments gone wrong, but hey, that's alright. From hydroponics hustle to soil in the spare room, learning curves and breakthroughs, chasing away the gloom. It's hard work entertainment, twisting sweat into gold, affecting every soul, young and old. Hey, Waylon, the indoor farmer, rocking the live show scene. Weekly vibes, plants on display, chasing that self-sustained dream. Ups and downs, the grind is real, but he's making it fun. Bringing us together 'cause we all gotta eat under the sun. Waylon, the indoor farmer, lighting up the screen. And he's not stopping there. 4 more shows on the go. Different angles, same fire, helping self-reliance grow. We need each other, yeah, to make this world turn right. From your kitchen window to the dead of night. It's not just dirt and dreams, it's a revolution call. Waylon's leading the charge, standing proud and tall. Hey, Waylon, the indoor farmer, rocking the live show scene. Weekly vibes, plants on display, chasing that self-sustained dream. Ups and downs, the grind is real, but he's making it fun. Bringing us together 'cause we all gotta eat under the sun. Sun, Waylon, the indoor farmer, yeah, he's the one. So tune in, turn up, let's grow this thing together. Waylon's indoor farmer, now and forever.
And we're back. Episode 224 today. One episode a week for 224 weeks at least. There were few times I had to take the day off. Early on, wasn't putting out an episode, but once every 2 or 3 weeks sometimes. So it's been about 5 years now, officially 5 years June, but definitely been closer to 5 years before that. But hey, I look back at it and I think, did I learn anything? I think I have. I've come a long way. I've learned some of my limitations and some of my shortcomings, my triumphs. I've learned like places that I enjoy the accomplishments, if you will. I mean, I guess you enjoy it anywhere, but there are some spots that I'm like, yeah, I'm really getting good at that. You know what I mean? Um, let's pull up some music here. And why is my uh, just shut it down then? Fine. Okay. If I can get this done, and then we'll pull up some pictures. I got a whole bunch of pictures to pull up for you, and some video. If you guys could help me out, hit that like button and share it out, because it's not about how do I put this? It's not about that sizzling kind of content. It's more about that important content that actually is connected to every one of us. Every person has to eat, which means that we need to think about it. Everybody has to think about it at some point throughout the day. Unless you're fasting, I guess you're probably still thinking about it that day, right? And so it's just a topic that I think we can make it more entertaining. It may not be, well, I guess there is some sizzle. There's some sizzle in the farm industry, that's for sure. I mean, with some of the things that have happened in the past, what with the one thing that keeps coming to mind all the time when I think about that is that time that the government agents stormed this homestead because they were supposedly drinking raw milk or something to that effect. I don't know. I don't remember the exact details, but stuff like that, like that's there's a little bit of sizzle there for the in the farm industry, right? But yeah, I mean, food is so popular. Foodies are popular, but where does it all come from? How does it get to your plate? How does it get to look so pretty? There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I think that we don't really think about enough, and that's why I made this show. And so today, as I'm rambling, I'm going to start putting some people on the wheel for the door prize later on. Diane, hello. Andrew, hello. I sent it out to some people's DMs, so I appreciate you coming by. You didn't have to, but I thought I would send it out as much as I could. Kayla, hello. Ronald, hello. Comment in the chat, guys, and I'll put you on the door prize. Pickle in the butt. Okay, very nice, Alex. We need to get you up on pickle in the butt one time. Maybe we'll talk about pickles or butts on that episode for you. Kim was our first comment today. Thank you, Kim. Hope everybody's getting their Monday started off right, getting going, doing something positive, maybe just whether that's getting ahead of work, getting ahead of house chores, getting ahead of something. Ronald over there on the Rumble. What's up, Rumblers? Let's go. Let's rumble. Just Kayla and Ronald commenting right now, but still 7 Rumblers hanging out. So appreciate you guys. Okay, so there's the door prize so far. I believe I got everybody. Cool. Good to go. There's all of our new special wheels. Got everything labeled now for everything I need. There we go. All right. Let me find these pictures. For some reason, everything just like my computer's starting to show some signs of age, I guess, just like me. You can't inject some collagen into your computer, but what you can do is you can do some maintenance, and you can. I did some maintenance recently. It's working a little better. Always something. Technology. See, and I think that's a big thing. We've talked about in the past. We've talked about how we have a lot more distractions nowadays with entertainment and technology, scrolling and stuff, which is true. That is true. But think about all of the distractions, or not necessarily distractions, but the amount of time that we spend just taking care of things that we wouldn't have had before. So like your car or your computer, your TV, whatever, like this technology, even the technology that is required, like the stuff that you need, medical devices and stuff, that didn't exist before, that requires more time to clean out. Think about vacuum cleaners. They didn't have vacuum cleaners before, and then vacuum cleaners suck, literally. And then you have to clean them out, like 5 minutes later, and it's just it gets old, literally and figuratively. All right, what's our first picture today? Little bunch of worm food here. Little bunch of worm food. Oh, hey, Diane, I see you over here on the Rumble. Let's rumble. If you have ever at all heard of any live streamer, creator, business person, hell, regular just social media goer have issues with censorship or restrictions and stuff like that, then you'll understand why I am trying to cultivate a multi-platform community, internet, real life, all of it together. We gotta find each other multiple places. That's why I like Locals. Locals is all about freedom of speech, and they are basically giving, I guess, more generous. I don't know how to put it. They're giving more of the money back to the creators. They take less of the cut. So if you wonder, oh man, he wants me to go over to this other site and all that, well, there's reasons for that, and you guys could start your own little communities over there. Everyone should try it. All right, I think I got. Oh, hey, Ronald, I see you over on the YouTubes. On the YouTubes, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind to see YouTube do a little better, but not too worried about it, because YouTube is it's a different kind of Facebook when it comes to censorship. So that's why Rumble, Locals, Kick, there's a few out there that are better. Where'd those go? There they are. So just some left, some organic banana peels, some celery that was getting rubbery, and some cherry seeds, cherry pits from my son eats them, and some oranges. Some oranges, and I think some sweet pepper guts in there, all going to the wormies. Okay, and then I added some more by the time I got it downstairs. Some cucumbers, a big old hunk of carrot, a bunch of oranges my son won't eat in his lunch. By the time they come back, they're all warm and stuff, and it's like, nah, I don't want to eat them at that point. Comment below. Tell me what you guys would do in that scenario. Would you put them in the fridge, let them get cold, and then eat them yourself? Or would you throw those mushy oranges away? I mean, clearly I'm using them for compost, which is a little different. I got there's some kiwi peels in there. We got, a whole variety of stuff. My worms eat good. My worms eat good. They love it. They come out, they say, "We love you." Something like that. Well, got to get to work burying it. And then today I put some more soil in the table, kind of spread it around all over different areas. The table's getting a little full of soil, which is fine, because I can always, put some into some of the cups, like the grow bucket there with the lemon tree. Put some more soil in there. I already put some there too, but I could put some more in the mint, grow bucket. I could spread some out some more. I'm like creating soil. I'm making an excess of soil, basically. It's not all that clean as far as all the bits of food and compost that are kind of spread out throughout it. So it's not like It's not as clean as if you had a like a separate worm bin. But I think, I mean, that's how it is in nature. That's how it is outside. You want, you know, your worms to be right there with your plants, right? Look at that those big chunks of broccoli roots from past broccoli. There's some really rich, like thick ass, like worm castings, but it's not just worm castings down there. I did put some, what was that? Biochar. There are some worm castings from Soil Food. Shouts out Soil Food. And of course, Coco Core, Biochar, and I think some Calga. I forget what else. Oh, Cullen. Cullen is in the house. Cullen, you sent me a wonderful link to a YouTuber that makes something just exquisite, my guy. Just beautiful. This indoor garden that this guy makes, and I would love to showcase him. We might not be able to like play the video. I don't want to get hit, but I do want to maybe pull it up and like get like a couple seconds of the grow table that he makes. It's not even a table. It's a he builds it from the ground up using stones and like builds an indoor like little pot, like a pond and a little stream that goes through this like build that he makes. And I've been talking about that. I've been hoping that one day I could build a setup to where there is water constantly flowing through it like a little river, like a little mini river through the center of this table, you know, and then you grow stuff all around it like you would a real river. But this guy kind of does it. This guy's doing exactly what I wanted to do, and I forgot the name of his channel. Colin, maybe you remember the name. I'm gonna try and look it up this a little bit later in the show here. Whoop, there it all is. I haven't been adding things, but it's not for it's not how do you put it? It's not for trying. It's not, I don't know how you put it, but I have been trying. You guys have been seeing me the last few weeks. I've been trying this tray here. I tried to get these seeds that Elisa May gave me, some miniature fruit trees to pop. Couldn't get them to pop. And then I also tried a bunch of other stuff, like stuff that should pop pretty easily. Lettuce and spinach. And I've tried it multiple times now with doing different things. Now today, I'm going to try one more time. First, I'm going to water these again. Well, they're still wet on the outside, but the soil is not all that wet. That's why Colin was saying that these grow cups here, these like soft paper ones, they absorb the water a lot, and I don't know if that is like part of the problem. Maybe I should break them up a little bit here. I'm gonna keep them in there. I think maybe there's a possibility that there's like roly-polies or arthropods in there eating the seeds. I don't know if they eat seeds, but maybe. They gotta. Everybody's gotta eat, you know. Everybody's got to eat. Alright, so I'm going to keep these in here, and I'm going to add, after I guess in the second half today, I'm going to add some more cups with just Coco Core. Instead of using my soil mix that's coming out of my table like I've been doing, I'm going to put just Coco Core in there and just RO water. Just let the seeds do their thing. Because I've been putting water from the aquarium in there too, and they don't need that. Seeds don't really need that boost of nutrients that's coming from there. So the microbial action is good, so maybe that's still a bonus, but they don't really need anything. I've found this out by growing microgreens. You don't need any outside nutrients at all, because the seedling, at least until it sprouts, has everything that it needs, at least until it sprouts. All right, here's my little Sanford & Son fence setup that I've got going on. I wanted to show you guys something. So this fence is being held up by bamboo rods. but my elderly neighbor fell on it trying to pet my dogs because he loves the dogs so much. And he's reaching over that fence and petting them, and then he's not able to, he doesn't have the most stability anymore. So he fell over on the fence and knocked it towards, I guess bent it towards me. And so what I did was I came up with a fix a little while ago. Can't really see it from here. I can tell it's this one right here. This is all cannabis stalks from last year, which a lot of you probably recognize. And I just took one that was nice and strong, and I bent it over a little bit, and I zip tied it to the fence. So these cannabis stalks are getting more. I'm getting more use out of these babies, these volunteers. I took a little closer up as well. Here we go. Yeah, I just zip tied that bad boy there, and it's it ain't. I mean, it's not the thickest tree, but it's not the thinnest either. It looks thinner from that farther away picture, of course, but yeah, it holds it. It's holding my fence up now, pretty good. Thanks, plant. Thanks, Andrew. It is looking good, but I never even once thought about building it from the ground to that height. That's a whole nother. I mean, I'm gonna have to study that other guy's YouTube channel and start building my own version of something like that. Would be great. You have to buy all the rock and the sand and all this stuff, but it looked incredible, just crazy. Yellow Skunk Farms is the name. Thank you, Colin. Big Mike in the house. Big Mike. Mikey, let me know if you want to come up and hang out and look at some planties. I'll send you the link. Anyway, so that this stalk here is holding up the fence and keeping it straight again. But then I had a ladder fall in the fence in the other direction, so I got to do some more work on it. But okay, here's a horrendous picture of my backyard, and an old box of when I bought the water heater. I put this box out there over the winter so that the dogs could have somewhere to I don't leave them out there that long, but they like to stay out there. So it was like a little, almost like a little temporary dog house until it collapsed. But I wanted to show you guys, this is really annoying. My yard doesn't get much sunlight throughout the actual summer growing season. And so if you can't tell maybe, but this is all just dirt. This is all just there's no plant life in my yard back here. It's crazy. I'd love to chop down a couple of these trees back here so that at least in the morning I can get sunlight throughout the summer, because I have these two trees off to my right, which is where the sun ends up going in the summertime. The sun kind of goes this direction, and it doesn't get, there's no light in the afternoon because of these trees, but they're not in my yard, and I've chopped off some of them that are in my yard. But yeah, my only real option to add more sunlight is probably going to be cutting some of these trees down that are in my gully behind my house. But they're growing towards my house. They're kind of at an angle towards the house. I'm in pain. Oh, wow. Well, I hope you can find a position to rest, my guy. Just wanted to say, hey, that's okay. No worries. Just know that you like planties. So you can see some grass. It does. I do get some sunlight, I guess, over in this area. It's sad. There's my old gutters. There's some old fence posts that have the concrete still buried around them. And I'm like, I'm going to use all this stuff one day in some way or another. Oh, let me turn this the other right way. So I got this cool air filter down in my basement. And this is sort of new since the last time I grew cannabis down here. And I've got more fans. I've got more dehumidifiers. I've got more equipment since the last time I actually grew cannabis in that room there. So I'm really excited to grow again. It's just that I really would like to get the electrical work done. I need done first. Running extension cords everywhere, and that's not very smart. Not a good idea. Then we got Miss Lemon. Miss Lemon, who was getting eaten up, is now got a bunch of new growth. This tree had some problems when it was given to me. A lot of leaves had like bites out of them. I just didn't think anything of it. He said it was outside. And now he doesn't come around anymore. Poor guy. Yeah, it's looking like better. I'm gonna have to clean it up some more. I want to let it get some more growth on it, and then chop off more of the little spots that were previously damaged. Rose, hello. Shouts out Rose. Thank you for playing yesterday. Yeah, Lemon is looking a little better. I don't know. I can't really tell yet, like, if she's really coming back, because zoom in a little bit, because she still looks pretty, bare. But that you can't see it. It's coming right towards the camera here, but this whole branch is all new and it's pretty healthy looking, and so that's all you can do. I might prune up some of the bottom of it, I guess. I did add some more soil in her pot. It has a lot of room. It's a 30-gallon pot right there. I'm gonna have to. I won't be able to keep her up there that forever. It's gonna get too heavy. But hell, I might just scrap this whole table or do something else with it. Cut the legs off and take it out in the garage, and build this other setup. Or maybe I could build one of those in the garage. I don't know. Using heaters and stuff like that. But either way, the setup. So if you can see the table, imagine, and we're going to look it up in a little bit here. What was it called? The Skunk Farms, Yellow Skunk Farms, and so it goes all the way from the ground to about this height of the table, and it's just like rocks in a circle that are all built up like an outdoor grow bed, basically. Pretty cool. I'm excited to look at it again. We got some new broccoli. Look at that, right next to one I cut off, and then boom, another one starts growing. Who would have thought broccoli is such a hardy plant, such a cut and come again type of a plant? I threw some broccoli leaves and some kohlrabi leaves in with my soup the other day. It was good. You feel good eating it because you're like, oh yeah, that's good for us. Yeah, it's good for me. I thought that in my head. I said, oh, this is good for us. Me, myself, and I, we were all discussing it. We got some mint. We got the mint over here. We got the mint. Minting up. Look at some of the bigger leaves. That's good. That's promising. It's kind of going crazy over here. It's excited because of that extra space I gave it. Need to give it some water though. Actually, the table hasn't needed any water because I poured so much water in from the last bubble hash run last week. So I unfortunately haven't needed to water the table. The reason I say unfortunately is because I have another bucket of bubble hash water that I usually feed to the table, but I can't do it right now. The table doesn't need it. In fact, I did spray some peroxide into this water to make sure there's no moldy mold. Mold. And you can do that over here on the seeds as well, just to make sure everything is kosher. Although these don't seem to be doing anything. Darn it. It's fine. Where are we at? Somebody let me know. Make sure I know when the next 420 is getting closer. All right, mint. And then here's the hole. Here's my hole, you guys. It's a little dirty. But no, see how moist that is? That's like a week ago that I watered. Now that is probably because the weather is changing, and so my furnace is not being run as often, which is not drying out the table as often, which means I don't need to water as often. So that's probably a good thing, I would think. I may end up having to switch to the dehumidifier soon, although I have one right outside this room that runs throughout the summer, so that'd probably be fine. There's fans pointing it towards it, so probably be all right. But yeah, like it's such a messy thing having this bed that you refurbish or what's the word? You re-amend and you continue using the same bed. There's all these little pieces of, old roots and new roots, and like everything turns to sticks. It all turns into these like tiny sticks, like little pieces of wood everywhere, and some clay pebbles in there too. We've got our pepper plant still alive. Actually, haven't seen any issues lately, knock on wood. But I actually do have a special little treat here. Look at that. Look at that. It finally started growing another pepper after it was getting attacked. Now it's growing another pepper. Oh, hey Rose, I see you over there on the rumble. This is good news, you guys. Growing a new pepper means that it is trying to grow. It's trying to get some new growth going on. It's good news. Michael Whalen, what's up? Let me throw you on the wheel, my guy. You don't have to stick around, but you do have to be here to win. If you happen to hang out and enjoy the show, we're going to be got about a half hour before we start passing out some numbers, which I did put the number post up yesterday if you didn't notice. Yeah, this plant definitely does not look happy or healthy, and it's turned into wood. Like it's grown so long that it's literally a tree. My pepper tree. And this pepper, I probably won't eat this pepper. It's been on there for a while and not doing anything, and survived through the damaging pests. Yeah, there's some newer growth down in here. I gotta bury another banana. We're so far away from 420. I may just have to do a dab right now. Look, we got 17 people in the house. We need at least 20 people in this house before I can do a door prize today. I need at least to hit 20 once. So if you guys could help us out, please hit the like button, share it out with some friends. And you can hit that like button a bunch of times on the Facebook, and it actually helps out in the algorithm. Just like da-da-da-da-da. And you can, you want to switch it up to different emojis, not just the like button, because that keeps you from looking like a bot, I guess. I don't know. Look at that house plant. It's really just kind of creeping over there, huh? I forget what this is. Someone told me, but it is what it is. But it's a house plant that just keeps on growing. We got us some big roots soil. Some big roots soil coming straight from the Soil King. Let's go. Gonna see him out at some events, I'm sure, coming up soon. Lots of events coming up soon. I've actually got a bunch of interviews lined up, and let me just tease that tomorrow I have a interview with a new friend Eric, who runs a festival, a cannabis festival in Missouri, and so we're going to talk about that on the show tomorrow. I've already done the interview. Actually, I'm going to be playing it live while I'm hanging out in the comments with you guys, chit chatting and answering questions. I'll be on screen at some point too. I think I'll probably hang out for the first half hour to get things done, maybe do the number spin, and then start playing the recorded interview that we did. We didn't actually just record it, we played it live on Rumble Premium. So if you have considered signing up for Rumble Premium, there's going to be at least one perk from my community that you'll be able to see these interviews live first on the Premium a week ahead of time before they play on the rest of the platforms. Rose says that pepper plant has been around for a while, right? Isn't it like it's like a geriatric pepper plant? Andrew says eat the pepper. Still looks good to eat. You know, I've been on the fence about it because it isn't shriveling up like sometimes they do if they start to die. It doesn't look that bad, Andrew. But my point is, like, it hasn't been growing or doing anything for a while, so I feel like it's either dead or just stagnant. I've eaten a lot of peppers off of that plant, though. I have eaten a lot of peppers. Some fresh soil here. I didn't get it wet. Probably should have wetted it first, but I didn't want to wet it too much because, like I said, the table's still pretty moist. A lot of moisture in this table still. I just wanted something to help cover up some of the compost on the surface. What I want to get, and I went to get this one time and I ended up getting something else, but I want to get one of those vacuum cleaners that are cordless, like a little handheld, dust buster. Probably wouldn't work out too well for this area, but it just made me think of that. Looking at that shelf, I was like, a little dust buster would help me right there. But no, instead I bought this shop vac that definitely has a cord, but it's a really nice shop vac, and I'm like, well, I guess I still want the cordless one. You like to cook stuffed peppers? Well, that thing is tiny. You definitely aren't going to stuff that pepper. But stuffed peppers are badass if you got like a full-size bell pepper. These are like the little sweet peppers. They don't get that big. Is that pineapple? That's pretty much dead. It's just going to be compost. Just going to bury it, slowly let it dissolve in the soil. It dissolves like cotton candy. I don't know what happens in there. Oh, the sun went down. Sun went down on the aquaponics system. I got limited time before it goes down on the table. They need to be at the same time, but they're not at the same time. And you know what? Priorities. Hey Don, happy Monday. Come on in. Come on over to the Rumble. Somebody send Don the Rumble link. Let's get it going. We got 10 Rumblers in the house. We can easily get to the 20 mark from just Rumble alone. Let's go. Twitch ain't helping us. There's somebody watching on YouTube, but it's not a lot of help from YouTube. X is broken now. Can't even go to X to hit the like button on my own live stream, which is just weird. That's broken. Kick kind of fizzled out. Kick was supposed to be, the next best freedom of speech, cannabis friendly site, but Kick kind of fizzled out too so far. I'm still on Kick, and I think I've gained a few followers, but it's just kind of, fizzled out. Hey Don, I got you on the wheel. Got Lunchbox, Bell Lemon, jalapenos, and Jimmy Nardello peppers growing. Damn, dude, that's a lot of. I don't know what Lunchbox peppers are, but that sounds interesting. The Lunchbox peppers. By the way, if anyone's interested, yesterday's game night, there was a little bit of risque spots in the episode. So if you haven't gone to check it out, watch the episode and tell me what you think. But we didn't get hit. We didn't get hit by anything. I thought I was gonna get like a ban. But what I did get hit by was the music. Like what? Maybe it might be the spin wheels actually. You know what? I'm gonna pay attention because I think that's what's going on. We'll have to check today. I'm gonna do it again. Maybe I'll just turn it down a little bit, play it with the other music in the background to kind of garble it up. AI won't be able to catch it, I guess. I don't know. But I thought that was funny. I didn't get hit by the nudity police. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you have to watch the show. Here it is, people. The beginning. This was the little experimental setup. I definitely want to tear it all apart and do something much more professional next. I wonder if I could put fish in a little fish pond in that setup, Cullen. As soon as I'm done with these pictures, I think I'm done. I think I've got a couple left here. I do want to go check out that dude's YouTube channel. It is pretty incredible. I'm over here looking for the water spout that I hung up. And then I thought, well, how am I going to leave it here? And then I thought, oh, we'll just hang it back up and leave it on. The RO system feeding the aquarium. And then I put a little bit of equilibrium in there and a little bit of alkaline to balance it out. Get those trace minerals into it. Alkaline buffer. I haven't put that in for a few weeks, so put some alkaline buffer in there. Send the Rumble link. I'm on the way. Actually, I can't do that from this position here. If somebody wants to send that link to Dawn, I would appreciate it. And until this video is over, I can do it then. Andrew, go get her go get her the link, my guy. He had turtles and fish in his grow. Okay, nice. I didn't watch a lot of his stuff. I just saw that one video that you sent me, and it looked like they were working on a new setup for. He said kid friendly, so the other ones have cannabis, of course, but looking for a new setup for vegetables. I don't know what I was doing there, just kind of wetting some of the pebbles, all the clay pebbles, rinsing them out. Okay, a couple left, I think, here. Yeah, nothing. Nada. It's crazy. So I tried it for a week with the heating pad. I tried it for a week without the heating pad. Your guess is as good as mine. So this time we're going to try it with just coco coir and not soil that might have something in it that's causing these seeds not to sprout. I don't know. This is almost a decent view, except I have this old, this is a homemade tripod. I used a curtain rod, a selfie stick. The Spider-Man is one of those cell phone holders that goes in the car on the dash, and it's all attached. It's all taped to an old bar stool without the seat part anymore. Just the four legs of the bar stool. It's a homemade, rigged up. Although I don't think it really works that well anymore. I don't use it, but yeah, it's funny. That's it. That's my last picture for today. Got some seeds to plant. We're going to go check out the Garden Savvy, of course. We're going to do the number spin, pass out some numbers, and we want to go check out this YouTube channel that Cullen was talking about. You got seedless peppers. Interesting. Can't play that. That's music. He said the skunk something. What was it? One more time. Yellow Skunk Farms. Got it. Let's check it out. Just watch on Facebook. Well, no, I can do it now. I would prefer if you were able to stop over at least on the Rumble. I appreciate it. Everybody who's watching, if you got Rumble, I'd appreciate a drop through. Hit that like button on the Rumble. All right, here comes the link, Don. Nobody wanted to help her out in the chat. Oh, Ronald did. Thanks, Ronald. But I don't think it works for her like that. I had to send it to her in the DMs. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I'm looking at. I can't even click it like a link. It's ridiculous. Oh man, now I forgot it again. Something Skunk Farms. Keep forgetting the word. We're all gonna remember it by the time I get it typed in. Yellow. 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 Okay, here it is. I just want to see the table. Let's see if we can maybe pick out a short natural vibes. Maybe I'm gonna have to try to shut off the music right away. So check this out. It's indoors. It has a river running through the table. Of course, you've got the cannabis. I don't want to play it all the way through because they will probably catch me. So yeah, you got like a stick across there, little rocks everywhere, just looking like a real nature vibe with little toys in there. Look like real people. Look like little people inside. Just awesome. I need to pick this guy's brain. I mean, he doesn't just like he's got companion plants in there and stuff like that, some house plants. Like it's not like he really just went all out trying to make it look like an outside forest, I guess. Is that the same guy? Yeah, it is. Okay. Thinning the elephant ear trees. Is this indoors? Yeah, that is. Okay. Time to cut some grass. He's actually cutting grass. He has grass growing in here. I mean, that looks really cool and everything, and obviously there are some benefits to houseplants, but I would just want to be growing stuff that's like, you know, I can get something out of it. Obviously he's got the cannabis, but and maybe some of this grass, like lemongrass and stuff like that, probably is useful, of course. Maybe that's what he's got, I don't know. But pretty cool though. Yellow Skunk Farms shouts out again because, man, he's really doing it. Not really farming, but it is a farm. It says Yellow Skunk Farms. I guess the cannabis might be his crop. I'm not sure. But it's more like, it's like a large terrarium. Large room terrarium. Right, Don? Isn't that crazy? Hey, there you go, Don. Let's get you on. Andrew, thank you guys for coming over because it really means a lot to me and my growth because Rumble seems to be the only place I can actually get ahead. Not as quickly as it used to be for some reason, but if you're watching on Rumble, hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. Okay, we don't want to pull that up. Let's see. Okay, no more pictures. All right, we're getting close enough to that hour mark. We got 20 minutes. until we can stop and take a little break, little smizzo break. Game night's unpinned. Good. Cool. Hey, look, there's it says right here, let me know if you want to use a ticket as a placeholder or to upgrade to the Pro Wheel. People that don't read all the instructions or don't come by for 6 months and then get upset because something is a little different. Hey, it happened to me yesterday. I was kind of waiting for it, but hey. All right, the number's been, let's see, 9 people so far, or only 7? Let's see. We'll just go ahead and give them out here. Kayla, number 1. Kayla was number 1 this week. Gets her 2 spots on the number spin. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, this is for subscribers only, and they get chances to win without actually having to be anywhere at the show or anything. They just have to have posted or commented in here. Diane, number 3. Jess was number 2. Let's see, Kat, number 4. Ladies of WTIF, all the first 4, the first 5. We had to get to 6 before we found a man. Rose, you are number 5. Hey, Mr. Sproutington just paid us a visit. Hey, Sprouty boy, what you doing? Chris, you guys, I don't know if you found out or not, but like all day yesterday on game night, like we were worried about Chris. Chris was supposed to play. He had said he was coming to play. That day he said that, and then we found out he had actually had to get sent off to the hospital all day. And without his phone. And so he couldn't tell us anything that was going on. Let's see. Kim Marston, number 7. Ronald Blackwell, number 8, my dude. And let's do this. Check. Okay, that's it. Only 8 people this week that want to jump in there so far. You can still jump in on this post all throughout the week. I do recheck it before I do the spin. But right now it looks like we are sticking with the 8 people. I'll go check one more time. I think everybody that's in the chat here that is a member is already on the list. Okay, you guys are missing out. A bunch of y'all are missing out. $300 in prizes yesterday. I had a friend that did a live stream yesterday with 4 prizes, and they had a lot more people involved. I don't get it. I don't get it. Might be just me. I'm the deciding factor there. Let's take a moment to check this. Okay, let's turn this down a little bit. Groundwork. What's groundwork? I wonder. Let's find out. Groundwork, I kind of like it. Oh, we got number 1 out of the way quickly this week. Meow. Kayla. Congrats. It's funny, the first commenter gets 2 spots on the wheel, and a lot of times they get skipped over a few times, and then, or if at all, or if they even get hit. But this time, first one. Oh, I need to remove all instances. Oh, that's not. I don't need that. No, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. What's? No, no, no. Whoo, whoo. Okay, we saved it. We saved it. Oh my god, almost lost everything again. That's okay. A lot of the people on this list on the door prize are probably not here, so it probably would have saved me some trouble in the long run. But as you guys know, I will give you an extra spot on the door prize at the end of the show for the Rumble viewers. All right, let's do this real fast before this little sesh break. Check out some Garden Savvy. Seeing a little more activity on the Garden Savvy. It's getting warmer out. People are getting more gardeny and savvy. Oh, so yeah, Don. Yeah, Chris was dropped his phone and he fell down, passed out. I think low blood pressure, and his neighbor called an ambulance because he had seen it happen before, I guess. And yeah, spent the afternoon in the hospital. What is happening here? Okay, finally. Hey, Kayla just posted. I'm going to try the seed roll technique to start some veggies and herb plants. I'm excited for this. Haha, the seed roll. What is this, Kayla? Let me see. Seed rolling technique. Using bubble wrap? Huh. Kayla, tell us all about that if you would. We've got a few other comments here since last week. Hello, everyone, from Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn. Hey, people are reacting to my stuff here. Your plants always look... What did it say? Okay. Always look so healthy. Well, they aren't always as healthy as they look, but thank you. See, they don't have a way to reply yet, but you can... A.E. Just say that. Very cool. People are kind of getting excited now. We've got a new member, looks like from China. We've got daffodils growing under the snow. Very nice. Very cool, pun intended. Okay, what do we got here? Miss Brandy says, good morning, new friends. Man, this prep work is a lot of work. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into, but it's a good thing. I'm not complaining. I'm excited to be able to watch my hard work start to grow. So she's a new gardener, and just try to go at your own pace and have fun. And then Kayla, interesting. Okay, I usually just post the thumbnail from today. I'll just say happy Monday. We'll say spring is around the corner. What are you growing? this year. That should get some excitement. Get them commenting. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, you might be watching me for the first time, possibly. This is a website called GardenSavvy.com. I think they have an app as well, but there you can get access to a garden-specific AI, a HortiSketch program that helps you track and build models for your garden on the website. And it also has this social media set up here where you can friend request and comment and like and share and post and all these things and hashtag and stuff, all for gardening, all for growing. A growing community, if you will. I think I caught them all up from last week. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. We got 9 minutes still. Oh, geez. You know what? I do want to try to start a new segment. Maybe we'll do a dry run today, but it's the let's find out. Let's find out segment. You know, let's find out. We have a question. We have a gardening question. Let's find out. What can we use? I could ask it. It might be a longer question, but if I could ask it about these seeds that I keep trying to pop. That's okay. I don't have any burning questions right now in my heart. If you guys have a question for it, we can always play around with it. Because, you know, every AI out there is a large language model, basically a search engine with some extra features. This AI, however, is only fed information about gardening and growing and you know, nature. I don't know how much nature it knows. Like if I could just ask it, hey, how fast does a cheetah run or something? But it does definitely know about pests and about the ups and downs of gardening. Let's just try 3 this week. Let's try 3. We're going to do the main ones that I think, that 1 I want to get growing, and 2 I think would grow easily. So I'm going to try to target lettuce, spinach, and my little mini tomatoes. I want these miniature tomatoes to grow. I should do basil with them. Maybe lettuce, basil, and maybe I'll just add a 4th cup. Let's add a 4th cup. All right, guys, make sure. Let's go. We got 20 in the house, and we had. We lost a few people on the Rumble, but you know what? Put in some dancing bananas, and we'll get them back. Right. I need my gloves. No glove, no love. You know what I mean? So, with these in here, we've got our water source right here. Already right here. Look at that. Look at that convenience. Let's get this out of the way. Why can't I hear that? Very low. It's not playing, that's why. Strange. Alright, guys, let me know. Somebody, if you can, let me know if the music is audible yet. Oh yeah, I gotta get these seeds. Let me pause the camera for a moment. Got some seeds over here somewhere. Okay, here they are. I want to hear in the comments. Tell me in the comments below, what is your favorite vegetable to eat just raw, like just picked in the garden? It's not always the best idea, and we can go back and forth about that because clearly there's some concerns about eating stuff that's already sitting outside. But otherwise, I know we all have one. We all like eat that tomato right from the garden with some salt. That's your favorite, and you can in this scenario you can be allowed to rinse it off too. You can be allowed to rinse it off in my little hypothetical for you guys. Okay, here's my miniature tomatoes, jelly bean hybrid. Got spinach. I put a lot of these seeds in those other cups. I'm not sure what happened, but it's very strange. We're going to try a different lettuce this time. More of a head lettuce this time instead of the black-seeded Simpsons that I've been trying to get growing. They did pop actually last time, but well, just for a minute and then they died like the next day. Didn't actually get going. What was the last one? Basil. I know I got basil around here somewhere. Radishes, Ronald? Okay. A radish from the garden. Probably tastes a little different. Do I seriously not have any? Oh, there's basil. Okay. Green beans. Oh yeah, fresh green bean in the garden. That's pretty tasty. Yeah. Cucumbers, Kim. My favorite is asparagus. Asparagus from in the garden. What kind of soil are you using to start them? This time I'm going to use coco coir, just coco coir, and I know that works because I've grown microgreens in just coco coir. Aside from someone saying it works, I've done it. So, but the soil that I've been growing them in is soil that I just scooped out of the table. Scooped out like it's got the mixed up with worms and worm castings and all the stuff that's in the table. I thought it would be good stuff, but it's probably just got too much stuff in it. So instead we're going to do a little bit more, I guess, more sterile setup this time. A little more simple, no extra nutrients, just RO water. Good to put these on now. We got 3 minutes though, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to heat up a dab. Let me see it in the chat. Let me see some hashtag WTIFs. It's dab time. We got to justify it with some hashtags. Because you know what? Nothing wrong with having a little recreation within our learning and our journey towards a more sustainable world. I mean, if you think about it, if everybody was just more into marijuana, there would be like no need for all these other vices out there. So many vices. Just like if we could just get rid of all vices and only just leave marijuana, that'd be kind of maybe a better world, right? Maybe not all vices, but how about all substance vices, not just vices? Because I like my video games too, But you know how I justify those? I play my video games standing up with a VR headset on, and I'm actually getting a sweat on. I was boxing earlier today. I was dodging and boxing, and oh man, I was getting into it. It's not a full replacement for exercise, but it's a hell of a start. Hell of a start. All right, let's do this. We got 1 minute. I'll probably be heating up still, but cheers, everybody. If you're medicating today, if you're not a cannabis user, I still hope that you grow something and you try to move towards a little more sustainable lifestyle. Whether that is doing more DIY projects, maybe taking on more recycling and more repurposing of materials, or actually growing something that you can eat, or just growing a house plant that's going to help clean the air, give you a little bit of a boost to your mood, and keep you from that seasonal depression. There's a lot of good things that house plants can give you too, I guess, but not necessarily food. There's some houseplants that are medicinal. That's kind of cool. Like get yourself a what's that one that's for burns? Yeah, it's 420. Cheers, everybody. What is that one called? Aloe. Yeah, an aloe plant. Nice little aloe plant. You can squish the gooey stuff on your burn if you have a burn. Medicating right now. Cheers, Don. I guess I should label these cups. I'll find my pen. I've got another little silly little idea, little plan, little thought, little experiment, you might say. I'm going to trim my fingernails into the grow bed where there's the composting happening. My adult male fingernails. Just give the worms an extra little snack, you know? Extra little snack. Okay. Cheers. Let's do this. I like Coco Core, but I also think about it being like it's not something it's not super sustainable because I can't get it nearby, like made nearby. It has to be made where coconuts are made, you know? Coconuts. Coconuts. All right, let's do this. Basil. Basil. No, not Brazil. Basil. Okay, then we got spinach, lettuce, spin, and these get wet and then you can't read them anyway, so whatever. Tom for tomatoes. Tomatos. Alright, basil first. I mean, there's a chance that maybe some of the seeds are too deep or not deep enough, things like that, but usually you'll still have one like a straggler pop. It's just weird that I'm not getting anything to pop in those other cups. I did have, like I said, one lettuce did pop. And I poked a hole in the bottom of each one of these. So they have a little bit of drainage. Speaking of, I need something sharp to do that with these. Oh, hey, I can just do this. Heads up, arms up, get a better breath. We got an old little thingy that had seeds in it, so let's see if that works. It's too big of a hole. Too big of a hole. Let's see, what else do I have that's close by? Yeah, I can do this. mean, that could be it. Maybe there's not enough drainage, but I feel like one little hole should be enough. This one is Basil. See, now I'm getting coco coir everywhere because I put a hole in the bottom of it. Let's do this. Aha. Guys, sign up and subscribe at Locals, because eventually I'd like to hire people to help me with the tech side of stuff, getting clips made and doing intros and all those kind of things, which I can do. But I would like to spend more time. I can spend some time, you know. There's already. I guess what I'm saying is, I'm already, you know, bad about procrastinating, and there are some times that I can probably make up for, or it's not what. Let me back up a second. I'm probably wasting some time when I shouldn't be, so I'm trying to get better about that. But I also know that it's going to require, you know, I need to get a producer, somebody hitting buttons, changing the camera, doing the things while I'm doing other things, you know what I mean? And I guess if I had local friends that were savvy with that kind of stuff, it'd be nice, but it's not always the case. Everybody wants to be their own star these days. I'm more than willing to help out somebody do their own thing as well, but I'm looking for button pusher, technical help, computer work, editing. Okay, put a little indentation in each one. Is that music too loud? Could be the Sharpie ink too. The Sharpie? Oh no, it's just a pen. Oh no, Waylon has gloves on. Timothy. What a loon. Putting like five or six seeds in there. That should be plenty. Just put the wrong seeds in there. Of course, I was going to do something like that while paying attention to other things. These jelly bean tomatoes are exciting if I can get them to grow. I just put like 10 in there. It doesn't seem to help to put a whole bunch in there, so maybe that's what I did. I put too many. Spinach. There's 5. Spinach is pretty big seeds. This is lettuce. This will be heads of lettuce instead of little leaf lettuce. Okay, there's like 8 or 10 in there now too. Should be more than enough, but we'll see. I don't have high expectations. My hopes are very low. Alright, so we're going to put a little water in here, hopefully without making a mess. Put a little bit more coco coir on top, cover them up. Oh, making a mess. Put a little bit more on. Let's see, these gloves are a little wet now. Let's do this. Maybe a little more. And then, with a little peroxide. I already hit those earlier. So I could have kept this for this. All right. How many of you think I should do this with put this back in the greenhouse? The little shelf unit thing that I have that's got the greenhouse sleeve over it. You guys have probably seen one. Should I put it in there and turn the heating pad on or not? Heating pad on or not? Go. Go. Oh, shit. That one just ripped right off. Don't water too much, you will drown them. Yeah, I mean, it's coco coir, though, Rose. I didn't water too much, but it also drains out pretty fast. Coco coir. I mean, it does absorb it as well, but it drains. I hope I didn't put too much in there. I need a little spray bottle like this, but I use this one for peroxide. So I need another one. Another teeny little, just for some RO water. Just for a little spray instead of drowning them, to your point, Rose. Because I think that could be the problem. I did put more water in there than they probably needed, and that's not good. You would think, though, after it dries out for like a day, like you think it'd be okay, but I don't know. Anyway, let's hear. I want to see what you guys think about the heating pad. So I got leafy greens and tomatoes. And then, of course, there's other things in that tray, but they're not growing anyway, so I can't really take those into consideration. I think I'm going to turn the heating pad back on. Turn it back on. Oh, okay. Be right back. Gotta start filling in my calendar some more because there's a lot of events coming up, and I'd like to have a game plan for this season. A lot of Canada events out there, a lot of just growing and farming events, and a lot of good stuff. Okay, I turned it back on. I'm still interested to see what you guys think. You have a heat mat. It gets too hot, and I have to put a lot of towels on top. Huh. It doesn't have like a range. It's just plugged in or not. I have a warm spell with a few weeks. Huh? Oh, you don't think so? Not? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's true. Probably would have a warm spell pretty soon. That's probably a good idea. Because it's already getting a little warmer out. A good point, I should say. It's already nice and sunny out today. It's still chilly out. I bet you it's a little warmer right now, of course, than it was this morning, but okay. Let's do another dab and spin this wheel. I guess I'll put Timothy on it. Full name, Timothy. Soil time, putt, 12 weeks later, it plants. Yep, that's right. They putt in the soil. Such small seeds, it really helps. You recommend, or can I recommend pre-wetting the soil so the seeds don't sink? Yes, I should have. I just thought, meh, I'm just gonna spray some RO water on there. Yeah, I think I was just doing it too quickly. That's a good point. Should have wetted it down first. See, with soil, I usually inoculate the soil first with some water from the fish tank. I guess I'm not used to grow cups and cocoa core. I think I did wet it down first when I was using it for microgreens. But yes, thank you, Colin. That's a good point as well. Cook some beans before with it. Oh, with the heating mat? Oh wow, that is definitely a little hotter than you need. Hey, bud, come here. Why are you running from me? You're making me show Plumber's Crack to everybody. Oh no, I was hiding in front of the TV. Good. What are you up to? Huh? What is he up to? You ever hold your dog like this? Like where he's standing up? He's actually sitting. Put your seeds in a Tupperware container on top with your light. Yeah? I mean, having them in the container is half the battle. Like the humidity stays in there. Or mostly. Lettuce can't be planted deeper than a 1/4 inch. Okay, yeah, it wasn't any deeper than that. Right, Don? Isn't it just the cutest? I don't have to say anything. I just... He turns over and is like, oh, Sprouty McSprouterton. All right. If you haven't gotten on the door prize, comment below, and we will add you on. One time before we do this, I do want to quickly read what? Son of a... Technical issue number 27. Here we go. Why do they do that to us? There should be a range. Rumble. Wow. Okay, so just can't read an ad today, apparently. It fails. It's failing. Preloaded video. Weird. Also very, anti to my growth here. Failed to accept campaign. How about this one? What? So that one works? Well, Rumble, instead of Rumble Wallet, I guess I'll read about the Rumble, or the 1775 coffee. Gosh. Okay, look, I guess they still have their starter pack. It's been going on for quite a while. You can get a little sample of all their different coffees, the dark roast, the medium roast, and the mushroom blend. You can get the gold spoon clip and the frother, and also a black 1775 tumbler. All yours for $99. Normally $170 worth of items for $99. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio. Grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like Rumble does. Rumble, I feel disappointed. That one was worth 15 cents less than the one I kept trying to click on, the Rumble wallet. Thanks for the 29 cents, Rumble. All right, let's get back to the spin, or actually we'll do a dab first. It's supposed to be 120 degrees, but it's way hotter than that. Yeah, that sounds a lot hotter if you're cooking beans on it. Speaking of hotter, let's make it hot right now. Let me see some smoke emojis, some dancing bananas, some hashtags, some yams, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, all the stuff. And we'll push play again on the tunes because we don't want to lose the microphone. I could turn it down though. I'm not sure how loud it is to you guys, but I think it's probably okay. Oh wait, it was turned down like this. There we go. No one said anything about it being too loud, so I guess we'll go with that. Maybe I'm the one that's too loud. I was talking about it a little earlier, but I do want to tease it again. The interview I had with Eric from Butthead Soil. He was an interesting guy, and we had a good conversation. I really just expected it to be like a half an hour. turned it out to be about an hour and a half conversation. So we're going to where'd my cap go? We're going to play that after about 15-20 minutes of me getting, doing like the number spin and doing some other things. I'm going to talk about a couple things I did this week, and then I'm going to push play on it and hang out in the comments with you guys tomorrow. Then I have another interview tomorrow night with another new friend. FarmersLonely.com. I think it's called FarmersOnly.com, Timothy. Not Farmers Lonely. And you might think, well, they're lonely if they're going there, but the idea of the site is not to be lonely, so I don't think they would call it lonely. Logically speaking. Maybe I should get on there and they'd be like, I'd get trolled by the women on that site. They'd be like, you're not a real farmer. How many acres you got? I'd be like, wow. Technically speaking. Sprouty boy. You gonna hang out down here for a bit or what? Oh, I heated that up too hot. Sucks. Well, cheers anyway. All right, I'm going to start taking commenters from Rumble and adding them on the wheel an additional time. Rose, only from Rumble. Andrew. Don. Anybody else over on Rumble right now? Kayla, I can see you. Diane, you still there? Do I have any nerds, gamer nerds in the audience today? Cullen, Kayla, did either of you ever play World of Warcraft? Anybody ever play an MMO? Massively multiplayer online game where you're like, meeting people and joining guilds and such. Kim, you gotta come over to Rumble though. Ronald, I see you, brother. There's a reason I'm asking, I promise. Alright, Ronald. Only on the Rumble, Kim. Come on over. Like Andrew, I just got you because you commented pretty recently. Diane, I got you. Thank you very much. No, sir. Never played an MMO where you like join a guild and join a group of people. Ronaldo, what's up? Ronaldo, I can put you on because you haven't gotten on yet for the Facebook side. There you are, Kim. Thank you very much. Really, try to get that last little push over on the Rumble side. the reason I ask is because I found one with on the VR. So it's like exercise, running around fighting stuff, and possibly become a little social on there. I don't know. It feels a lot like a lot of these MMOs I used to play when I was younger, except in VR. Kind of fun. Ronaldo, cheers. Over achieving weirdos, keeping up with modern technologies and fitting in with the old. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'm definitely divergent. I have many facets. Nerd is one of them for sure. All right, I think that's everybody. Let's go. Let's see. Full speed, full time. Raving energies. Do we want raving energies? Let's try something else. Let's try something different. Let's see. World music. Verano sensual. Oh, what's this one about? Am I gonna regret this? Oh man. Oh hey, Ronaldo on the YouTube. I'll throw you in there one more time. You must be here to win, so shouts out to everybody that stopped through, but you do have to be here. Andrew Cullen, Diane, Cullen maybe. I think I missed an I in Diane there, says Dane. Looks like Cullen. No, is it gonna hit to Diane? Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, look at this. Look at how close that was, Diane. And yes, I missed an I in your name. Oh, hey. Well, I mean, you guys weren't watching that, were you? That is crazy. Look at that, Cullen. You can win with just having one spot without having to jump around. But hey, we would like to see you come over to Rumble. 18 awesome Rumblers over there. We have 10% of the followers on Rumble as I do on Facebook. Tell me that algorithm is real. Cullen. Awesome. Ellen, you won some stuff not too long ago on game night. This will put you on game night again. I'm going to write it down right now. Boom. You do have to be there to win. And it's going to be a new game. I don't know what yet. I haven't decided. I haven't made my decisions on this. My mind haven't let my mind create said game. And I will, you know what? I will stay for one more dab. We got quite a few Rumblers in the house. Let me just talk about it for a second because I've made a lot of games, and a lot of times I'm sort of taking, combinations of games I played in the past. I want to hear from you guys, though. I'm thinking about making a little contest, not for people to make up their own games, but for people to make up a concept of a game. So like a short paragraph or something to that effect. I don't know if anyone would be into it. Hell, I tried to give $150 away for a little contest last time that was just taking a picture. I guess you had to move some things around, but that was pretty simple. Not too many people got in on that one. Anyway, I want to hear from the people who have enjoyed some of the games that I've played and created in the past, and maybe have their own thought on, like, oh man, you could do this or that, or I really like that type of game that you made. Because it would just be interesting to hear what your thoughts are. Because I definitely will come up with something. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to have a problem with that, but it would just be fun to get some other people involved, Maybe get some fresh ideas. The issue is there's a couple of drawbacks, or I guess shortcomings. I guess that's the same thing, huh? A couple of issues with it is that we give out like 20 prizes throughout the game, so it can't really be a game like you would think of like a board game or something. Pardon me. Little frog in the throat. Little dab in the throat. Can I help you, sir? He's just looking up at me, wagging his tail. Come here. Come here. Hey, Brenda. We actually just spun the wheel. Colin Smith won the prize. Hey, Gabe. What's going on? You'll be there, Colin? Cool. So we were talking about game night, and I want to hear from you guys. I might make a post about it. You too, Andrew. Have a good day. Got up and made tacos and black beans for breakfast, lunch. That was for dinner. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Have a good day, Don. Yeah. This kid was just sitting down there looking at me like needing attention so bad. Here, be my ledge there. I have a dab ready for myself, so just have to give Sprouty a minute here. He's just so unloved. Anyway, Brenda, you played the games in the past. What style of game would you like to see? If you want to generalize it to something like a quiz show, trivia type show, or moving the pieces on the board kind of a show, or a game, I should say, or something to that effect, you could say. There's a lot of options we could go with. I want to start designing game boards again, like I did in the past, where we move the pieces around on the screen. Although I need to figure out the reason it gets fuzzy. I think what I'm going to do, I don't think I can make it happen this week. I'm not 100% sure. Probably have to wait till next week. But I'm going to probably upgrade to fiber optics. Fiber optics, baby. We're going to fiber optics, Sprout. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Okay. You can't believe it, you guys. You can't believe it. I am, thank you. Hey, what's up? Cheers. Okay, Gabe, I'm going to do a dab. Hang out for a minute. Let me just get this guy. Here, how about this? You want to chill right here? Can you chill right there? Lay down. lay down. Oh, yeah. Lay down. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So we don't want him too close. Cannabis is not for dogs in the inhaled THC form, or edible THC form for that matter. Although, I guess there are some dogs that can handle it inhaled. I still think edible is probably much worse for dogs. What? I don't know. Gabe, have you tried Rumble yet? Gotta try out Rumble sometime, my guy. We had 18 in here just a few minutes ago, and I'm at the end of the show. You know what? We got 21 overall. Oh, wow. Rumble dropped. It keeps dropping. Rumble, where you going? You want to see me do another dab? Hey, look. I mean, I'm trying to inspire myself as much as I am trying to inspire you guys to do more and learn more and become more sustainable and more one with plants and nature. And so we got to do it with a little bit of fun. So this is part of the community. This is part of our camaraderie, if you will, for a lot of people. And so cheers to those that do. And cheers to those that don't. It was felt like I was giving a speech at a fucking wedding or something right there. So hear ye, cheers. If I ever need to lick envelopes or stamps, I got it. I just go like this. Okay. Next page. All right. Cheers, Brenda. Cheers, everybody. Here, you can go down because you're too wobbly up there. All right. That's going to be it for me, guys. Like, again, tomorrow it's going to be a little bit different than usual. But I've got a series of interviews coming up that are people that can't make it at exactly the time I do the show. So it's going to be a bit of a hybrid. Like a half hour of me live and then play the video of us chatting while I'm in the chat chatting. People will come in and be like, how are you talking to me in the chat while you're on screen? I don't know. Alright, everybody, please hit the like button on your way out. And if you haven't yet followed the channel, please do so. And thank you for all your help and support. please put your trays in the upright and full position or whatever. And we'll see you later. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro setup, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here, and he's yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Waylon the indoor farmer, check my